Have you ever wondered why certain people or habits seem to weigh you down? Or maybe you're curious about what's truly holding you back from living your best life. If you clicked on this, it's likely because you're ready for a change, perhaps even more than you realize. The truth is, we all carry unnecessary baggage, whether it's toxic relationships, outdated goals, or the endless pursuit of approval. But what if I told you that the power to lighten your load is already in your hands? In this video, we'll explore 15 crucial things you can quietly cut out of your life. And trust me, by the end, you'll have a clearer understanding of how to reclaim your time, energy, and peace of mind. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. 1. Handling hurtful people. Navigating relationships with people who hurt or disrespect you can be incredibly challenging. Imagine yourself as a wise and serene figure, like an owl, instead of reacting with immediate anger or frustration. When confronted with hurtful behavior, the urge to address it directly can be strong, but sometimes the best response is to quietly disengage. Consider dealing with such individuals as removing a toxic element from your life, like cleaning out a cluttered closet. It's not always necessary to explain yourself or confront the person. Instead, prioritize your peace and well-being by choosing to step away from the negativity. This doesn't mean you're avoiding conflict. It means you're valuing your emotional health and choosing a more peaceful path. When someone's actions have wounded you, it's often best to focus on your own healing rather than seeking validation or revenge. The consequences of their behavior will eventually unfold. Your role is to maintain your dignity and not let their negativity impact your life further. If they reach out in the future, you are under no obligation to support or re-engage with them. Respecting your boundaries and choosing not to engage in unnecessary arguments demonstrates maturity and self-respect. Sometimes, the best way to handle hurtful people is by setting clear boundaries. This means deciding what you will and will not tolerate, and communicating those boundaries calmly and firmly. For instance, if someone consistently disrespects you, you might choose to limit your interactions with them or avoid them altogether. This doesn't mean you're cutting them off entirely, but you're making it clear that their behavior is unacceptable. Additionally, practice self-care to help you cope with the emotional impact of such relationships. Surround yourself with supportive friends and engage in activities that uplift you. This approach helps you maintain a positive mindset and reinforces your commitment to your own well-being. In summary, handling hurtful people with grace and discretion is about protecting your own emotional space and maintaining your integrity. It's a quiet but powerful way to reclaim your life and focus on what truly matters to you. 2. Unnecessary goals. We all set goals for ourselves, but not all of them are worth pursuing. Imagine setting out to catch butterflies with a fishing net. Sometimes the tools and methods we use just aren't the right fit for the goal. When you realize that a particular goal no longer aligns with your core values or interests, it's important to reassess and let it go. Dropping unnecessary goals can be done subtly and thoughtfully. Instead of making a grand announcement, consider it a strategic realignment of your priorities. Think of it as adjusting your course on a journey rather than abandoning it altogether. This quiet recalibration allows you to focus on what truly matters to you and discard what doesn't contribute to your overall happiness and success. For instance, if you once aspired to a career path that no longer excites you, it's okay to pivot to a different field that aligns better with your current interests. Similarly, if you've set personal goals that no longer resonate with your values, take a moment to reevaluate and set new ones that are more meaningful to you. Letting go of unnecessary goals involves recognizing when to shift your focus. This might mean giving up on a project that's no longer fulfilling or adjusting your long-term plans to better reflect your current aspirations. By doing so, you create space for new opportunities and align yourself with goals that genuinely inspire you. Embracing this flexibility in goal setting allows you to adapt to changes in your life and maintain a sense of purpose. It's a way of honoring your growth and ensuring that your efforts are directed toward what truly matters to you. Remember, it's perfectly okay to evolve and change direction as you grow and learn more about yourself. 3. Private relationships. Personal relationships are often deeply private and significant. When these relationships end, whether they are friendships or romantic partnerships, handling the situation with discretion is crucial. Imagine treating the end of a relationship like tending to a delicate flower, handling it with care and privacy. Avoid sharing the intimate details of a breakup or the reasons behind it with others. Doing so can lead to unnecessary gossip and affect the dignity of both parties involved. Instead, reflect on the experience privately and consider seeking support from a trusted friend or counselor if needed. This approach helps maintain the respect and confidentiality of the relationship. For example, if you've ended a romantic relationship, it's important to keep the specifics of the breakup private. Sharing these details with friends or on social media can lead to misunderstandings and further emotional pain. Instead, focus on your own healing and seek support from those who can offer genuine understanding without judgment. Handling breakups with grace and respect demonstrates maturity and allows for a more healing process. It also ensures that the end of a relationship does not become a public spectacle, but remains a personal journey of growth and reflection. This respectful approach helps you move forward more peacefully and focus on personal development. In summary, keeping the details of your personal relationships private is about preserving dignity and fostering a healthy, respectful environment for healing and growth. By handling these situations discreetly, you maintain control over your emotional well-being and contribute to a more positive and supportive atmosphere. 4. Managing tension. Dealing with tension and stress can be likened to trying to stay calm when your favorite team loses a big game. Instead of letting frustration and anger take over, consider redirecting that energy into positive action. Think of managing tension as converting stress into fuel for achieving your goals. During moments of high tension, channel your emotions productively. For example, if you're facing a stressful situation at work, use that energy to tackle tasks more efficiently or focus on finding creative solutions. Engaging in activities that help you manage stress, such as exercise or mindfulness practices, can also be beneficial. Avoid broadcasting your difficulties or allowing your emotions to dictate your reactions. Instead, practice gratitude and focus on positive aspects of your life. Reflect on what's going well and find ways to address the sources of your tension in a constructive manner. Developing strategies for managing stress involves recognizing when to take a step back and reassess your approach. This might mean taking a short break to clear your mind or seeking support from friends, family, or a mental health professional. By addressing stress in a healthy way, you maintain control over your emotional state and contribute to your overall well-being. In summary, managing tension effectively involves redirecting your energy toward positive actions and maintaining a balanced perspective. By developing healthy coping strategies, you enhance your resilience and improve your ability to handle stress. 5. Keeping judgments to yourself. Having strong opinions about others is natural, but sharing those judgments can lead to unnecessary tension and conflict. Imagine yourself as a diplomat rather than a gossip columnist. Maintaining a respectful and diplomatic attitude helps avoid creating unnecessary friction. When you feel the urge to express negative opinions about someone, pause and consider the potential impact of your words. Just as you wouldn't want others spreading rumors about you, extend the same courtesy to others. Learning to distance yourself from individuals you don't get along with and resolving conflicts through respectful dialogue can foster a more positive environment. For instance, if a coworker's behavior bothers you, address the issue directly and professionally rather than discussing it with others. This approach helps resolve conflicts constructively and maintains a respectful atmosphere. Engaging in respectful communication and focusing on solutions rather than complaints contributes to a healthier and more supportive work environment. Choosing not to indulge in gossip or negative talk fosters a more positive environment and contributes to your personal growth. It's like planting seeds of kindness and respect in your interactions with others. By doing so, you create a more harmonious atmosphere and encourage positive relationships. In summary, handling judgments discreetly involves maintaining respect and focusing on constructive communication. By doing so, you contribute to a more positive and supportive environment and enhance your own personal growth. 6. Avoiding comparisons. Comparing yourself to others is like comparing apples to oranges. Each has its own unique qualities and value. Instead of focusing on what others have achieved or possess, celebrate your own journey and accomplishment. Constant comparison can undermine your self-esteem and distract you from your personal growth. It's easy to become fixated on what you think you lack compared to others. Instead, shift your focus to your own progress and achievement. Recognize your strengths and celebrate your milestones, no matter how small they may seem. For example, if you find yourself comparing your career progress to a colleague's, remind yourself of your own accomplishments and the unique contributions you bring to your field. Embrace your individual path and avoid letting others' successes overshadow your own. Letting go of comparisons allows you to appreciate your own journey and achievement. It empowers you to set personal goals and work toward them without being influenced by external benchmarks. By embracing your individuality, you enhance your overall well-being and maintain a positive outlook on your personal growth. In summary, avoiding comparisons involves focusing on your own journey and celebrating your unique quality. By doing so, you foster a sense of self-acceptance and maintain a positive perspective on your personal growth. 7. Smart social media use. Social media can be a double-edged sword, a fascinating source of information and connection, but also a potential source of frustration and comparison. As you navigate social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing your life to others' highlight reels. To use social media wisely, set specific times for checking it and stick to your schedule. Think of it as scheduled library visits, rather than aimless browsing. Define what you want to achieve from social media, whether it's staying connected, finding inspiration, or gathering information, and focus on those objectives. For example, if you find yourself spending too much time scrolling through social media, set limits for how long you'll engage with it each day. Use social media intentionally by following accounts that provide value and inspiration, rather than contributing to feelings of inadequacy or comparison. Question the intention behind each interaction, and be mindful of how social media affects your mood. If you find that it's impacting you negatively, consider taking breaks or engaging in activities that bring you joy and satisfaction. Rediscover the beauty of your own life and experiences without constant comparisons to others. In summary, using social media smartly involves setting boundaries and managing your engagement in a way that supports your well-being. By focusing on positive interactions and avoiding unnecessary comparisons, you create a more balanced and fulfilling social media experience. 8. Seeking external approval. Living your life under constant scrutiny from others can be exhausting and stifling. Instead of seeking external validation, focus on finding satisfaction within yourself. Imagine being a sculptor who takes pride in creating art for its own sake, rather than for the approval of others. When you base your self-worth on external approval, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. People's opinions are subjective and can change based on their own experiences and biases. Instead, cultivate a sense of self-worth that is independent of others' opinions. For example, if you're pursuing a personal project or career goal, focus on your own passion and dedication rather than seeking constant validation from others. Celebrate your achievements and progress based on your own standards and values. Building self-confidence and self-acceptance involves recognizing your own strengths and achievements without relying on external validation. This approach helps you stay grounded and resilient in the face of criticism or rejection. Embrace your unique qualities and contributions and find fulfillment in knowing that you're true to yourself. In summary, seeking internal validation rather than external approval empowers you to maintain a strong sense of self-worth and resilience. By focusing on your own values and achievements, you enhance your overall well-being and personal satisfaction. 9. Excessive worrying. Worrying excessively about potential outcomes can be paralyzing and unproductive. Imagine a gardener who constantly frets about the weather instead of focusing on tending to their plants. Instead of dwelling on what might go wrong, channel your energy into taking practical steps toward your goals. For example, if you're anxious about an upcoming presentation, focus on preparing thoroughly and practicing your delivery. Instead of letting worry consume you, use that energy to enhance your readiness and confidence. Excessive worrying can lead to stress and hinder your ability to take positive action. By addressing your concerns proactively and focusing on what you can control, you reduce the impact of worry on your overall well-being. Develop strategies for managing worry, such as setting aside specific times to address concerns and practicing relaxation techniques. By doing so, you create a balanced approach to handling anxiety and enhance your ability to stay focused and productive. In summary, managing excessive worrying involves redirecting your energy toward constructive actions and developing strategies for addressing concerns. By doing so, you improve your overall resilience and ability to handle stress. 10. Perfectionism. Striving for perfection can be paralyzing and counterproductive. Imagine a painter who endlessly tweaks their masterpiece, never quite satisfied with the result. Instead of aiming for an unattainable ideal, focus on doing your best and embracing the beauty of imperfection. Perfectionism often leads to procrastination and self-criticism. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or outcome, set realistic goals and take incremental steps toward achieving them. Recognize that mistakes and imperfections are part of the learning process and offer valuable opportunities for growth. For example, if you're working on a project, aim for progress rather than perfection. Embrace the idea that your work doesn't need to be flawless to be valuable and effective. This shift in mindset helps reduce the pressure you place on yourself and fosters a more positive and productive approach. In summary, overcoming perfectionism involves setting realistic goals, embracing imperfection, and focusing on progress rather than an unattainable ideal. By doing so, you enhance your overall well-being and productivity. 11. Neglecting self-care. Neglecting self-care can lead to burnout and decreased well-being. Imagine a car that's constantly driven without maintenance. It's bound to break down eventually. Instead of ignoring your own needs, prioritize self-care as an essential part of your routine. Self-care involves taking time to rest, recharge, and address your physical, emotional, and mental needs. This might include activities like exercise, healthy eating, relaxation, and hobbies that bring you joy. By making self-care a priority, you ensure that you have the energy and resilience to handle life's challenges. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed, schedule regular breaks and engage in activities that help you relax and rejuvenate. This approach helps you maintain a healthy balance and prevent burnout. In summary, prioritizing self-care is essential for maintaining overall well-being and resilience. By taking time to address your own needs, you enhance your ability to cope with stress and maintain a positive outlook. 12. Unnecessary obligations. Taking on too many obligations can lead to stress and burnout. Imagine a juggler who tries to keep too many balls in the air. They risk dropping everything. Instead of overloading yourself with commitments, learn to prioritize and set boundaries. Evaluate your current obligations and determine which ones align with your values and goals. Consider whether each commitment is necessary and beneficial to your overall well-being. It's okay to say no to additional responsibilities if they don't contribute positively to your life. For example, if you're already stretched thin with work and personal commitments, it's okay to decline additional projects or social invitations. Setting boundaries helps you maintain a manageable workload and focus on what truly matters to you. In summary, managing obligations involves prioritizing your commitments and setting boundaries to prevent overload. By doing so, you enhance your ability to focus on what's most important and maintain a balanced lifestyle. 13. Negative self-talk. Negative self-talk can undermine your confidence and self-esteem. Imagine a coach who constantly criticizes their athlete instead of offering constructive feedback. Instead of being your own harshest critic, practice self-compassion and positive self-talk. Challenge negative thoughts by replacing them with affirmations and encouraging statements. Recognize your strengths and achievements and remind yourself of your abilities and potential. By cultivating a positive internal dialogue, you enhance your self-esteem and overall well-being. For example, if you make a mistake, instead of berating yourself, acknowledge the error and focus on what you can learn from it. Practice self-kindness and recognize that everyone makes mistakes and experiences setbacks. In summary, overcoming negative self-talk involves practicing self-compassion and replacing critical thoughts with positive affirmations. By doing so, you improve your self-esteem and overall mental health. 14. Holding grudges. Holding grudges can keep you anchored in past conflicts and prevent personal growth. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. The burden only weighs you down. Instead of clinging to resentment, focus on forgiveness and letting go. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning someone's actions, but it allows you to release the emotional weight of holding a grudge. By letting go of past grievances, you free yourself from the negative impact of unresolved conflicts and create space for positive experiences. For example, if someone has wronged you, consider how holding on to anger affects your own well-being. By practicing forgiveness, you release the grip of past conflicts and focus on moving forward with a lighter heart. In summary, letting go of grudges involves practicing forgiveness and releasing the emotional weight of past conflicts. By doing so, you enhance your ability to move forward and experience personal growth. 15. Excessive perfectionism. Striving for perfection can be paralyzing and counterproductive. Imagine a sculptor who endlessly chisels away at a statue, never satisfied with the result. Instead of aiming for an unattainable ideal, focus on doing your best and embracing the beauty of imperfection. Perfectionism often leads to procrastination and self-criticism. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or outcome, set realistic goals and take incremental steps toward achieving them. Recognize that mistakes and imperfections are part of the learning process and offer valuable opportunities for growth. For example, if you're working on a project, aim for progress rather than perfection. Embrace the idea that your work doesn't need to be flawless to be valuable and effective. This shift in mindset helps reduce the pressure you place on yourself and fosters a more positive and productive approach. In summary, overcoming perfectionism involves setting realistic goals, embracing imperfection, and focusing on progress rather than an unattainable ideal. By doing so, you enhance your overall well-being and productivity. Sometimes, less is truly more. By cutting out what no longer serves you, you create space for the things that truly matter. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform. For more insights, check out the 2 videos now on your screen.